Hello and welcome to the Curiosity and Consciousness podcast. The intention of this podcast is to open your mind, get curious about yourself and connect to the power you hold within. I am your host, Karen Maloney, an inside-out coach, helping you to believe in yourself and manifest your desires. Check out the podcast, available on all platforms, and go to my website, www.karenmaloney.com for all info. Hello everybody, it's me Karen Maloney and welcome and thanks for joining me for another episode. It's me again with you this week and happy Thursday to you wherever you are, whatever is going on. I hope you make the best of it. Before I jump into today's episode, I want to invite you to join me online on Thursday the 28th of July at 7:30 p.m. Irish time / British Standard Time, and I'm doing a group relaxation evening, and we'll do a short guided visualization connecting ourselves to a part of ourselves that maybe we've rejected or hidden or kept locked away, often that inner child aspect of ourselves, and we will reconnect with that part of ourselves. And then I will also share some different points on the body, some acupressure points that we will hold and use gentle breath work to release any excess tension and stress and fear and worry and anxiety and all these emotions that we experience. So go to my website, karenmaloney.com, and click the shop section and you will see that group relaxation session. So I look forward to seeing you then. And then for today's episode, what I want to talk about is comparison. And I think all of us can hold our hands up and admit that we have compared ourselves to other people many times in our lives. Maybe we still do. And just to talk on it a little bit more and just how futile and actually how draining and what a waste and energy leak of our precious life force it is. And if we could reinvest that energy that we spend in comparison into ourselves, how much better it would be for ourselves and for everyone else around us. Because here's the thing, we do all have certain role models and look at different people and think maybe they have it all together, their life is so perfect, if only we could have that, if only we looked like them, if only we spoke like them, if only we were as rich as them, if only we were as clever as them, if only we were as fit as them, as hot as them. There are multiple ways in which we can compare ourselves to others. And again, we've all been there. We've all done it. But truly, it's so futile because when you think about it, there are so many options now as well. We can literally, say for example, I had a role model and, picking a celebrity or someone, and I thought they were just perfect in every single way. They had the most beautiful face, the most beautiful body, the perfect hair. I could go out and get surgery and change my diet and work out and dye my hair a different colour and do all these things to literally change my body, change my appearance to be like this person that I really idolise or I'm comparing myself to or think that they are the perfect person. I can do all those things for sure. I can even go to maybe the same school that they went to, do the same career that they do, study in the same place that they do. There's all these things that we can do to copy and mimic these people that we compare ourselves to. But no matter what we do, we will never be them. Because what is unique about each of us is our own essence, is our own energy, is our own consciousness, is our own thoughts or views or perspective or focus or attention or ability to respond or tone of voice or communication or creativity. All these things are what make us unique, and all these things cannot be mimicked. Again, we can try and, maybe we can talk like someone else and do certain aspects. But again, we will never have their aura, their energy, their essence, their vibration, their consciousness. That is something that is unique to all of us. And actually, when we go on the inner journey and the self-observation and really connect to ourselves, our truth, our authenticity, that's what shines the brightest. Being our authentic selves is the most attractive thing in the world. And again, we've all seen examples of this, or even, what was that film? I don't know, was it Shallow Hal? Or I think there was another one more recently where I think it was Rebel Wilson. She hit her head and then thought she was the most beautiful woman in the world. And everyone responded to her in that way because, again, our energy is magnetic when we truly connect and believe and love ourselves, no matter how we think we look or how inferior we are to others or how much we compare ourselves to others. When we truly inhabit the essence and love and adore the essence and energy and being that we are, it emanates from us. And that is the most attractive thing. So what we're actually doing when we're comparing ourselves to others is we're wasting our precious life force on trying to be like someone else, that no matter how much we mimic them or compare ourselves or copy them, we will still never be them. We will still never be able to have the same energy and essence and aura about them, because that is unique to them, as it is unique to me, as it is unique to you. That's what makes us different. That certain je ne sais quoi that we all hold, but again, only if we're willing to connect and know it within ourselves, because ultimately this life force and this energy running through us all is from the same source. It is the same consciousness, but again, how it is inhabited and expressed through each of our vehicles or bodies is what makes us unique. And every single thing about ourselves is unique. And I recorded a podcast before talking about how creation makes no mistakes. Whatever word you want to use for creation, whether that's God, universe, source, higher intelligence, divine intelligence, that omnipresent essence being expressed through all of us in different ways is what makes us unique. And again, creation makes no mistakes. We are the height we're meant to be. We are the size we're meant to be. We are the color of the skin we're meant to have. We have the color eyes we're meant to have. We have the shape face that we're meant to have. Again, creation makes no mistakes. But when we spend so much of our time looking outside of ourselves, comparing ourselves, we completely miss the gift that we are and the creation that we have been given, because we're expending all our energy externally. And again, it's an option and we can do it. And there's lots of ways that we can compare and mimic others. But again, truly, does it ever bring us joy and the connection and the wealth or the fame or the happiness or whatever we think it is going to bring us? No, it's never going to do that. Or if it does, it's not going to be long lasting. It's going to be short fleeting, because again, the only way to true fulfillment is by connecting and knowing ourselves. So what's a better option? Instead of comparing ourselves, we can redirect that energy onto ourselves. We can go within and start observing what are the thoughts and beliefs and feelings that I'm holding about myself that make me feel less than someone else, that make me feel inferior, that make me feel not good enough. That's our work. That's the piece where we're disconnected from ourselves. We're not seeing the full beauty of ourselves. And when we redirect our energy instead of comparing externally and refocus it on ourselves to get to know ourselves better, to love ourselves better, to change our concept of ourselves and the beliefs and the thoughts and the ideas and the feelings that we hold about ourselves, when we invest our energy in that way and truly connect to ourselves, then we are being the greatest expression and we are being the gift that we were born to be. Because when we can truly inhabit or energy or spirit or aura and have that expressed through this vehicle that is our body, or this suit of clothes that we have been given, which is our body, to have this life experience, when we allow that energy, and I keep calling it an energy or an essence because it's not something tangible, but when we allow that magic, that life force to fully express from us, well then like that we are radiant, we are the most glowing, we are magnetic. People are mesmerized and attracted to us. And I don't just mean that in the intimate sense, but that's our work, to be the greatest expression of ourselves and to truly love, know, and connect to ourselves and experience and live from a place of I am enough. I am enough no matter what. There is never a need to compare. There's always the need for us to be our true, authentic selves. And again, when we do this work as well, it's not this reconnection to ourselves and then coming from a place of ego or superiority or better than others. No, actually, when you connect to the truth of yourself, and this has been my experience, you actually, it's like a remembrance. You see that same essence, that same magic, that same life force, that same energy in everyone. It's like this oneness, this divine oneness, but it is being expressed in each of us individually as it's meant to be expressed. But again, we cannot bring forward that true expression when we are comparing, when we are feeling inferior, because we are not connected to the gift that each of us truly is individually in our lives. And again, this is not a better than anyone else. This is I am a gift from creation. All of us are a gift from creation. All of us are special and unique, and all of us are born who we are meant to be. So I hope that clicks for someone. And I know for me, that's definitely not how I felt about myself or lived my life for a long time. It was this constant looking outside and somehow feeling lacking or not good enough or not quite as good as everyone else, or feeling like there was something missing yet, or there was something more that I had to do within myself in order to feel valid or accepted. So that's how I lived for most of my life. But then in the last number of years, going deeper on this inner journey, reconnecting to that truth and that energy and that essence of who I am, moving beyond just body identification and realizing again that truth that creation makes no mistakes. It has been life-changing, literally life-changing, and extremely awakening to see how insane comparison is and what a drain of our precious life force energy it is, and how it's so futile. Because again, we can compare, we can try be exactly like someone else, but we can still never be that other person. So why not reinvest that energy in ourselves to be the greatest expression of ourselves? And then that's going to help us more and everyone else around us more, because we're not going to feel somehow inferior and have this awkwardness about us that we're just not quite good enough, because we're all enough. We're all exactly enough as we are. And that's the journey to experience that and to live from that place and to know that in your heart of hearts, in your mind, body and soul. And also just to note, this is not to say don't have role models or don't look up to people that inspire you or that you aspire to be like. No, we absolutely can have role models and people who inspire us. But again, they inspire us in that wanting to go within to know ourselves better, as opposed to inspiring us to try make ourselves be exactly like that person, because that's never going to work. But we can be inspired by people. We can be inspired by their presence, their confidence, their work ethic, their philanthropic approach to life, their achievements, their aspirations, their service to the world. So many different ways we can be inspired by people, and that's great. But again, it's inspiring us to be more of us and to express more of who we are, as opposed to inspiring us to try be exactly like them to fit into some idea that we hold that this is who we need to be in order to be accepted or loved or validated or successful or appreciated or whatever the story is that we're telling ourselves. That's not the healthy version. That's always the work. We're always giving ourselves clues about what we hold within about ourselves. We're always giving ourselves clues. But again, we have to have that self-observation and self-awareness practice to notice those and then to change them. So as opposed to, again, constantly looking outside of ourselves and wanting to change something out there or be exactly like someone else outside of us. No, if we can see what we're saying about ourselves in comparison to that other person, we can gain a lot of information. So that's the invitation I'm leaving you with today. The invitation to get more curious about if you are comparing yourself in any way, how can you reinvest that energy that you're expending on feeling less than, not good enough, inferior compared to someone else? How can you reinvest that energy in getting to know yourself better and fully loving and appreciating and expressing the truth of who you are, because that is the gift that you are here to not only live but also give to the world. So let me know how that lands for you. And as always, if you have any questions, reach out. And otherwise, I will speak to you again soon. But I look forward to seeing some of you as well on the 28th of July online for our group relaxation session. It's 1 hour, 28th of July, online from the comfort of your home. And we will do some major de-stressing and unwinding. So again, go to my website, KarenMaloney.com, click the shop section or pop me an email, support@KarenMaloney.com, and I can send you the info. Bye.